So hello out there again. Welcome back. I'm Joseph TUDISCO, and just a thought, presenting acting like a business. This will be session number 3, credits and acquiring credits. But before I get into the actual session, there's a couple of items I want to address that from previous sessions. The first one is that, it may have sounded like I was discouraging young actors, trying to force you maybe out of the business when I was talking about the difficulties, the working in broken down theaters and non-union films, the frustration, the rejection, and that whole path that happens. I certainly wasn't trying to discourage anyone. I just wanted you to be aware of the struggle that sometimes we can face as actors in the beginning, and we face it sometimes right in the middle of our career. It's important that you know this is going to happen. You need to get a hard shell, you need to anticipate it, and then you need to accept it. You need to let this rejection and frustration roll off your back, because there are a lot of different reasons why we don't get cast, and sometimes it has nothing to do with talent. You're too tall, you're too short, you're too dark, they're looking for blonde. You look too much like the director's ex. Which would, create a situation where you did not book that job. So just remember, just persevere and move forward. Rejection is coming. Hard shell, embrace it and move forward. The second item that I would like to talk about is that it may seem that these sessions are geared for the novice actor, the actor just starting his path into being a working actor, with very basic information that a lot of you may already have because you're in the middle of your career and your career is expanding and you're gaining credits and you're working. It is starting at that level because I need to try and harness everyone into that initial stages. So it may be redundant to some of you actors, but sometimes it's a good thing to hear it again, just to reinforce your own thinking. Hey, there's somebody else who thinks like me too. And as we progress, we will get more and more, I promise you, into the more advanced topics and situations that we face while we're in the middle of our career as a working actor. So with that in mind, let's proceed to session number 3. Okay, so as we move forward, first off, not everyone is born with a birth certificate and a list of credits. They need to be acquired. You need to acquire these credits, and hopefully I can help you understand where to go and what's important in order to accumulate credits. Now, we talked about using representative roles. We talked about if you've done any extra work or even college shows that you can list just to get it started and to put some items in there. Another thing I want to discuss right off the bat is, union work, SAG-AFTRA films and TV shows and equity theater will hire you as a non-union actor. Don't believe the fallacy that you can't get on those shows or because you're not union. You certainly can. You certainly can. Happens all the time. But if you have the opportunity to submit yourself, and I'm assuming most of you are working the submissions on your own and you don't have an agent, and you see an opportunity to submit yourself for a SAG-AFTRA TV show, do yourself a favor and don't submit yourself for one of the lead series regular roles. 3 credits, they're not going to hire you. They're not going to bring you in unless you are so specific to the role, where if they're looking for someone who has a skill, like a swimmer who could high dive, and you've done that in college or competed, and you can do that, well, then I say take a shot. Okay, if you speak a specific language, like let's say they're looking for someone to speak Latin, and you speak Latin, how many people speak Latin? You may want to give that a shot. But you should always look down lower on the casting list for what they call the day players or the co-stars. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, one scene. The doorman has 3 lines. The screaming woman things like that, where it's a principal role because you're going to get paid, principal money. Set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. Get the credits. It's important. It's okay to go down that list and take those smaller or minor credits. Okay, because up on top, it's a hard sell. It's a very hard sell. So where do you go for these credits? Well, anywhere you can. Backstage is a good place to start. You can subscribe to their online service. And you can get the casting updates and information from them, and you probably can submit yourself through their website if you upload all your information to it in order to register. There are other websites. The most important, I think, and the most valuable one is Actors Access, actorsaccess.com. It's free to register, and they post projects all day long. Union, non-union, background, print, commercials, short films, TV, and it's a good place to start. It's probably one of the most valuable websites you can be part of. It's free. It's free to register. It's $2 per submission, but you can subscribe to a yearly submission of $68 and submit as much as you want. Every actor should have it, bar none. It's a tool of the trade that you need. Because if you do get an agent, you're going to be required to join anyway. Some of the other websites, Mandy.com is okay. You got to filter out things. Casting Networks is another one, and I think these are all subscriptions. So they may be paying. I'm not quite sure how they operate today. Craigslist. I don't recommend it, but you can sort of, peruse it, see if anything strikes you. But be careful. I hear too many horror stories about auditions for Craigslist. So be very careful with Craigslist. But you can do research. A Face Page has a lot of acting groups. Go there, join them, like them. There's a lot of information. I actually post my videos, as if you're watching this, you probably know, on Facebook through YouTube. So those are the sites that you can go to. Now, the types of projects that you're going to look at. For film, you're going to look at short films. Student films at this level are achievable, very achievable to get cast in them. And these will give you some valid credits and indicate that you've been in front of a camera. Short films, student films, you're looking for the graduate films. Stay away from the undergraduate. Some of them are kind of funky and really won't help you out at all. If you do a student film where you have speaking roles, stay on top of it. Try and get that copy. It's part of the agreements that they offer you. So stay on top of it. Get that copy. Call them every 4 or 5 months what's going on with it, but stay on top of it. Make sure you get all your contact information. Short films, the same way. Trailers, anything that would put you on camera where you have some type of a valid character where you're speaking. You have a few lines that would give you credible credits. There you go. Theater. We're looking at showcases. There's a lot of non-union projects, and they're fine. They're actually a great experience and almost like a lesson in itself in training to get up on stage and do some of these shows. Some of them are wonderful. Some of them are horrible, but you're going to have to weather through them, and you'll get to a point where you know how to pick and choose them. But at this stage, you should probably do everything you can so you can get valid and legitimate credits on your resume. Okay, so these are a few ways for you to go out there and get your business door open. Okay, because as we said, you need to open up your door every day, and these are things you can do every day, and it shouldn't take a lot of time. So make sure Actors Access, do that first. Let's get there. Backstage second. You can either buy the paper, the publication, or you can actually register with them online. I think there's a fee to subscribe to them online. And another request is, please go to the Facebook page, Acting Like a Business. Would appreciate any comments or likes. I want to see some likes on there, okay? Well, let me come and look for you. Likes, if you so choose. Also, if you have any questions that you want to direct at me, Facebook, Acting Like a Business, is the best place to do that, and I'd be more than happy to be as helpful as I can in answering those questions. So next session we will move on and we will be discussing postcards, demo reels, and websites, the good points and the bad points. So with that, I'd like to say stay well, have a great day, and that's a wrap.